We're all for new sports being added to the list for people's entertainment, but in today's video, we'll be talking about pickleball, a game that's caught the attention of some Major League players. LeBron James, Draymond Green, and Kevin Love have invested in a professional pickleball team, and we have to say, this will put this sport on the map. Let's find out what this game's prospects are and why it catches on like wildfire. First off, what's with the trio's partnership? So, they aren't the only three who've bought the Major League Pickleball team. They've joined LRMR Ventures in making this deal. Other members include Maverick Carter of SC Holdings, Daniel Silman of Relevant Sports Group, and Paul Rivera of Spring Hill Company. These are quite influential people and would not be buying into anything unless they saw proper returns on their investments. Amazingly, pickleball has become a dominant sport so fast in America that well-known people are looking to invest. Now, with players like LeBron, Draymond, and Love back in the game, we do not doubt it'll grow further and be taken more seriously. The racket paddle sport has already spread to 20 countries, and there's money in this. LeBron has an ever-growing investment portfolio in sports, so we're sure he's made a smart decision, and if we'd that kind of money, we'd be investing too. While we don't know the team's name or the deal, we have information that MLP has expanded from 12 teams to 16. In such a short period, pickleball has seen insane growth. The game was invented 57 years ago, but 5 million people played it in 2022 alone. According to a report, the game grew 11.5% over the last 5 years. Now that's something. Coming up are the mechanics of the game. Well, if we had to explain this the easiest way, tennis meets ping pong meets badminton. The game involves players volleying a plastic ball known as the wiffle ball over the net with either paddles or rackets. What's interesting about the game is that it's very inclusive, since this is a game where players don't have to exert themselves a lot or even think a lot in terms of moves and all. 50% of its players range between the ages of 6 to 34. People between the ages of 35 to 54 make up 20% of the game's player population, and 29.6% are people above the age of 55. We think these stats are pretty brilliant. More and more people look for things to do as they age, and this might be the answer. Even for young people, this seems like a great sport to chill and unwind. No wonder it has caught on so fast and is spreading to other countries. If we're being completely honest, we think that our players have made quite a smart investment. But basketball players aren't the only ones investing in this sport. Drew Brees, the former NFL quarterback, is also included in the list of pickleball owners, along with Gary Vaynerchuk, entrepreneur, and Mark Lassery, the owner of Milwaukee Bucks. We're hoping to see more players get behind this new sport. Let's look at LeBron James' investor profile. This is one player who knew when to invest and where to invest. Not only has he upped the game in money-making opportunities, but he's also invested in some radical startups that will change the world. This is a busy man who's actively worked toward changing his money status. He's the NBA's first active player who's become a billionaire, and that's no easy feat, despite him being LeBron James, the most sought-after player ever. He has equity in other professional leagues as well. In 2021, he invested in Fenway Sports Group and became a minority owner of the Boston Red Sox, Pittsburgh Penguins, RFK Racing, and Liverpool Football Club. Apart from sports, the 18-time NBA All-Star has invested in Blaza, a growing pizza franchise. Well, man has to eat. He has also founded his own production company by the name of Spring Hill Entertainment and produced Space Jam 2 and Adam Sandler's movie Hustle. Uninterrupted is another media company he founded along with Maverick Carter, and it has been doing brilliantly. The content revolves around sports players, allowing them to share their views and opinions. The Shop, the company's talk show, has just been renewed for a 5th season, so it's all going great. There's also The Ladder, a health and wellness company he co-founded with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lindsey Vonn, and Cindy Crawford. The company offers fitness products, and customers can also opt for personalized plans. Following up is everyone is excited about pickleball as LeBron. While he may see pickleball as a promising sport, everyone else doesn't need to be on board. We're saying that if this sport is doing well, it means that existing sports will take a hit. You know, basketball and football have an insane amount of fans, and that's what makes these sports so important. But with pickleball's popularity, there's a chance that fans will soon become divided, and we aren't alone in thinking like this. Tennis players are quite upset as tennis courts are being replaced with pickleball courts across the country. You know what happens when you remove a game from the streets? It disappears. While we think this is just panic and that players from both sports will eventually learn to coexist, what happens remains to be seen. Do you guys really think that tennis players or lovers have anything to worry about? Only time will tell, and we think we'll all be finding out soon enough. Let's talk about the latest news and updates. First, we've got the biggest debut for number 1 since LeBron. We're talking about Paolo Banchero, the rookie player at Orlando Magic, who was the number 1 pick of the 2022 NBA draft. We can tell you he played like an absolute star against the Detroit Pistons, and if his first game is anything to go by, the Magic have lucked out. He posted 27 7 points, 5 assists, and 9 rebounds. Well, the game ended in a loss for his team. We have to say they must be thrilled to have seen this sort of talent on the court. His first NBA poster dunk added a final stamp of approval to his dominance in the game. Well, it seems like the team's got the magic now, and we're quite excited to see how things go for them this season. While he's playing like a dream, the scouting report on the 19-year-old had him figured out as a gifted scorer and playmaker. But there were some doubts about his defense and outside shooting. But what we saw on display was his A-game, because that guy surely owned the floor. We're happy to report that the stats for his play are some that haven't been seen since LeBron's debut. This makes us super excited about the future of basketball. What do you guys think? Next up, Kyrie Irving on Durant's trade request. It was a confusing and troubling summer for the Nets. While no major changes have been made to the roster, the speculation and the actions of some players have landed the team in a constant media frenzy. The primary issue arose when it was reported that Kevin Durant had asked the franchise to decide between him and the team's coach, Steve Nash. After this, we saw a long, drawn-out battle of nerves, but nothing happened. And despite some initial bad blood, the team seems to be heading in the right direction, with Kevin completely on board. His teammate and friend, Kyrie Irving, said Durant's request to leave strengthened them. He said that the team talked and bonded, something that was missing before, and they all laid out the principles needed for success to move towards one goal. He admitted that initially it wasn't a welcome decision, but it brought them all closer. Irving had also wanted to leave the franchise this summer, but could not arrange an offer that enticed the Nets to sign and trade. Looking at how they've sorted through their differences, we say all's well that ends well. Lastly, the Warriors have unveiled their championship ring, and they were shiny enough for a team with 4 rings in 8 years. The championship rings were distributed ahead of their season opener against the LA Lakers. The ring is designed by Jason of Beverly Hills and displays the team's story. First, it has 16 carats of yellow and white diamonds, which have been set in gold. These represent the team's 16 wins in last season's playoffs. Then come the 7-carat yellow cushion-cut diamonds to highlight the 7 championships won by the team. Also, the ring has 43 baguettes on the Bay Bridge logo, representing Stephen Curry's 43 points dropped in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. There's also a secret compartment with trophies reflecting the player's trophy count. Celtics' parquet floor is also featured on the ring, as that's where the team won the ring first. We're a little weirded out by this, to be honest. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think professional pickleball will become as popular as basketball or football worldwide? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and press that bell icon for the latest information and news like this. See you at the next one.